Hi everyone, it's Debbie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a reseller. I've been reselling for 18 years. I sell mainly on eBay and Poshmark, and today I am out of town. One of the things that I love about being a reseller is I can take my work on the road with me and I can thrift on the road. I have my laptop back there, as you can see. This morning I woke up and I got to go for a really nice run in San Antonio. Then I came back and I've been listing, and now I'm going to go to a Goodwill. I saw there's one just 2 miles from here. So I'm going to go and see what I can find to resell for a profit. I've thrifted in San Antonio a couple times. The last time was at the Goodwill bins and it was great. And the time before was at a regular Goodwill store. So today I'm going to go to a different Goodwill that I haven't been to before. So I'm excited to check it out. So come along with me and we will go check out this Goodwill. Then we'll come back here and I'll show you what I found.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday.
This Goodwill was massive and it was really nice. I'm going to take you along shopping with me, and I'm going to share my screen as I recorded sold comps to let you know how I determined whether to pick up an item or not. For example, the first item that I put in my cart to research was this pair of Sam Edelman shoes. I love Sam Edelman, but the comps for this style showed that there were 7 current listings and only 1 sold comp. So that's a terrible sell-through rate. And it wasn't even for very much. So although I carried them around the whole time, at the end when I researched, I decided it was not a good idea to pick those up. Then I went over to the men's shoes area, and that pair of black Cole Haan boots, I ended up coming back and picking them up and taking them home later. But I was distracted because I saw this pair of shoes that really caught my eye. These were the Stacy Adams Tinsley wingtip Oxford shoes. There were 58 of them listed and only 2 sold. So although I thought they were something, it's a good thing that I looked up sold comps, because it would not have been worth it to pay $10.99 to pick them up. So those ended up going back on the shelf after I researched them. Next, I looked through 4 entire rows of men's shirts, and I only ended up bringing 1 item home from that area. And it was this Under Armour hoodie. I can always count on Under Armour. It will probably sell between $15 to $18. It is just a great staple. I continued looking, and this shirt, Only in Sons, kind of stood out to me, so I thought I'd look it up. Terrible sold comps on both eBay and Poshmark, so I left it behind. Then I saw this hoodie. It is by John Hancock, and it just stood out to me, so I decided to look it up. And wow, there are some pretty out there prints for this brand, so I had high hopes for it. So I looked, and there were 15 available, but what really counts is how many have sold, and none had sold. So that one definitely wasn't coming home with me. I kept looking and I just was not finding much at all. This is about an hour and a half in, and I was getting a little discouraged. I thought, oh no, I'm barely going to find anything today. But the moral of the story is whenever I have days like that and I just keep pushing on, start looking in other areas, usually it turns around. This ended up being a great haul, and coming up, I have some really good finds.
I just can't give up, can't give up, can't give up. I just can't give up. No, I won't give up, won't give up, I won't give up. No, I can't give up, can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up. I just can't give up, can't give up. No, I won't give up.
Next, I saw multiple quantities of this nice and easy product, and sometimes they can be worth a lot of money. So I scanned it in, didn't find anything, so I put in a description and I found some similar items that had sold, but for not a good amount that would be worth picking them up. But don't skip on those. Take a moment to scan them in, because I have before paid $1.99 and had them sell in the $40 range. So sometimes they can be worth big money. Then I saw these adult diapers, and those also can sometimes be worth a lot. These were the Fit Right Opti briefs, and it showed that 30 were available, but only 5 had sold. And when I looked at the amount that they had sold for, one looked like $79.99, but that was for several packs. So when I really looked for one pack, I would probably need to sell it for about $27.99 or under. So when I figured out eBay fees, if I ended up taking home 85% of that $27.99, that would be 23 something, then I probably needed to take out around $13 shipping. It just wasn't worth it to pick them up. But then I found something amazing. This is an espresso set, and I looked at the box and I thought it could be something. I looked up the brand, and there are some amazing sold comps for this brand. I didn't find anything exactly for this espresso set, but I was definitely taking it home. This is definitely a brand that you want to be on the lookout for, specifically in colored pieces. They seem to sell very well. And one thing that I do when I'm looking at crystal, often the name will be on the bottom, but I can't see it unless I pick up something that is dark, put it underneath, and then look through the glass or plate or whatever it is. And then often the markings will stand out and I can see what brand it is, which is what I did with these, just to make sure that they really were that brand. Now, one thing that I have to take in consideration is sell-through rate. And it looks like it only has about a 25% sell-through rate, so not great. But that is something that I'm willing to pay $3.49 and sit on for a little while, because I do think it will sell. It might take a year or two, but I think it is worth it to pick up that item, especially because there's not another one exactly like that out there. Back that yarn because it wasn't worth much at all. But there are some vintage yarn brands that sell for a lot of money. So I will share some of the highest selling yarn brands in the last 90 days, and maybe you will come across one of these while out thrifting or at a garage sale. This is a brand new damaged box breast pump bra, and you will see that in the haul because I did decide to take that home. Then you will see over on the side there is a one-touch ultra tube blood glucose monitor, and it was used. I decided to go ahead and look it up, and there were 3 listed and 11 sold. So that's an amazing sell-through rate. So I would think, oh yes, I want to take that home. But I noticed a lot of them were brand new. So I changed the filter to pre-owned, since mine is pre-owned. Then it shows that there are only 3 that have sold, and 2 of them are new. They're just open box. So there's only 1 that actually sold that was pre-owned. pre-owned and for only $8. And I think the price on it was marked like $9 or so. So definitely not worth it.
I don't know how we ended up here, and we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left and I'm losing my job over you, but I don't care about that. But I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it.
Oh my goodness, how did I miss that Magnolia Waco mug? I have that mug. Our daughters gave it to us as an engagement gift the day we got engaged. So I had to look up sold comps even though I missed it in the Goodwill, and there were 9 current listings and only 3 had sold. So not a good sell-through rate and not for a super high amount either. So it was okay that I missed seeing it. There were just so many, and I looked up a couple and decided that I was going to spend my time elsewhere, and I'm glad I did because it paid off. I decided to go over to the area with pots and pans next and see if anything caught my eye, and I saw this pot and it looked kind of copper or brass. It was vintage looking, so I put that in my cart to look up. Then I saw this tea kettle. It was Wolfgang Puck. I love Wolfgang Puck, so I put that in my cart to research also. I looked at this pot, didn't find any markings. This was kind of lightweight and it had some condition issues, so I just passed on that. Then this pot was so lightweight that I thought it probably wasn't worth anything. I learned a new Bolo brand from picking up this item. It is the brand Leonard, and there were some really good sold comps. I was able to find one sold comp for this exact item, but I couldn't tell exactly how much it sold for because it was sold on a best offer. So when that happens, I sort it from high to low, so I can see whatever sold just above it sold higher than it, and whatever sold just below it sold lower, so I can kind of figure out the range. But I wanted to find a little bit closer, so I took out one word and just searched vintage Leonard instead of vintage Leonard brass, and that way I was able to narrow it down a little bit better. And it's really interesting because the one that sold just above it came to $85.05 with shipping. The one just below it, $85 even. So it had to sell right at that $85 mark. So then next I go into the sold listing, I look at it, look at their pictures, their description, and learn as much as I can about it. Next, I looked up the Wolfgang Puck tea kettle. There were 3 currently listed, just like the one I found, and 4 that had sold, so that is more than a 100% sell-through rate, and the prices were great, so I decided to take that one home also.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Best thrifting day ever. I finally found gunny sacks, and it's a wedding dress, and it's beautiful. I am so happy.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly.
I am back. It is the next day. I ended up staying a lot longer than I had planned because it was so good. I ended up shopping for 3 hours. I spent $128. It was $127 something, and then I rounded up. This Goodwill was really big. There were 3 different rooms. The front had shoes and then some clothing. Then there was another very large room with more clothing, the women's and the children's. And then there was another room with hard goods, and in the very back, furniture. The prices were great, and I found some amazing things. One thing that has been on my list of something that I really wanted to find, but I thought I would never find it, is gunny sacks. This is Gunny Sacks by Jessica McClintock. Pink was the color of the day. It was marked $14.99, so it was only $7.50, and it is a wedding dress. And look at the top. It is so pretty, and it looks like it's in really nice condition. There is the back, and there were several wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses that were all pink tags, so they have been there for a long time. And there were lots of other resellers in the store. I saw people looking up comps, but this one had not sold. It's a size 5 to 6. It's vintage, and from what I've looked up, it was probably 80s, so that's probably going to run smaller. My mannequin is a size 6, so it probably won't fit on my mannequin, so I'm going to have to try it on when I get home and probably wear it for pictures so that I can really show what it looks like, or maybe one of my daughters would. It did not fit on my mannequin, so I had to try it on, and it did not quite fit on me either. I could not zip it up all the way, but I wanted to put some temporary photos in there just to show what the fit looks like, and explained that it did not zip up all the way, but I'm going to try to talk one of my daughters into modeling it for photos, and then I will swap it out. I'm going to have to research, but I think I can probably get at least $200 to $300 for this. When I looked at Gunny Sacks, I have seen other people sell it for a lot. Now, there are some that aren't as high, but this one, I'm going to list it in that $200 to $300 range, and I'm going to hold out. I'm not going to sell early because I think this can sell for a lot. Then I thought, well, I'm going to look up some of these other brands also, and this one had amazing sold comps also, and it is long, it's fitted at the top, and then flares at the bottom. Comps are amazing. It is, where is it? I will pop up some more information. It is, the brand is Pronovius, and definitely a Bolo brand. Be sure that you are on the lookout for this brand. Some of the comps are so high. I think this is the item from this haul that will actually sell the highest. And the size is a US 6, and it was also a pink tag, so it's only $7.50, and it is so pretty, so I was just thrilled. Some of the other items that were right there with it, this one I thought was so neat. I need to stand up for all these. And this one has this sheer front with the sequins. Also, it was half off, but the original price was only $8.79, so this one was only $4.40. And I had not heard of this brand, but it looked like it was probably expensive. It's a size 4. What is that? Casati, something like that, but the comps looked great. And just this midsection reminds me so much of the 80s or 90s. Guessing this one will sell around the $60 to $80 mark. I'll have to do more research to find out exactly. And then this one, oh my goodness, this had amazing sold comps. This is so 80s also. I'm going to try on all of these. I'll probably wear them in pictures if they don't fit on my mannequin. Look at that. That just is the epitome of the 80s to me. And here is the tag. It is Eve of Milady, and it says made in the USA, and this one did not have a tag on it, so I thought, I hope they sell it to me. And she said, okay, let me do a price check. And she said $14.99 or $14.98, and I said, well, it was with all the pink tag formal dresses. I think it would have been half off. And they said, no, I'm sorry. And so I said, that's okay, I will take it anyway, because it will sell for high enough that that $7.50 is not going to impact it enough to not take it. 2 more dresses in that area, and these are bridesmaid type dresses, really pretty, excellent condition, probably worn one time. It's from David's Bridal. I've sold lots of bridesmaid dresses from David's Bridal, and you can often put in style numbers or information and find the exact dress. It is a size 0, so a small size, but usually they still sell in size 0, and it was half off of $14.99, so it was $7.50, so a really pretty dress. Just a quick reminder, if you are not subscribed and would like to join me again, just hit the subscribe button down below, and if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I release new videos. And then this one also. I thought this one was gorgeous. Look at the draping. I think that goes in the front, but I will try to find stock photos to find out for sure. But this one is very long, beautiful dress, and it is Michelangelo. I've sold lots of Michelangelo, size 4. So on these bridesmaid dresses, usually anywhere between $30 and $50. Certain ones can sell for more, or certain ones a little bit less, but for investing $400 to $750 into $30 to $50 is excellent. Then I got this jumpsuit, and this is BB. You can't see all the way, but it was, I still have the tag on it. Here's the tag. I thought I would wear it and then sell it. Then I got a few bras. This is a nursing bra. It was $2.19, and it says hands-free breast pump bra by Simple Wishes. It was all taped up, but I thought for $2.19, I'm going to go ahead and get it. And it looks like it is brand new because it still has this attach and a sticker, and things like nursing bras can sell for a great amount. There were a couple listed really high, and then there was one sold for like $8.99 plus shipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to list it for about $24.99 and see what happens. It is also size large to plus, which is excellent. So I'll do a little bit more research. These are kind of my first impressions, but when any of these sell, they will be in my what sold video. So if you're not subscribed, be sure that you subscribe down below and hit the notification bell. I have weekly what sold videos, and you can see exactly how much these sell for, how much my profit is, and how many days it took to sell. Then I got 2 more bras, and I got each of these because they had a higher than 100% sell-through rate. This is the first one, really pretty, excellent condition, and I narrowed it down even by size. It is so size 36 double D. The sell-through rate was excellent, and it was a pink tag, so it was half off. So what that would have been $2.70, and I think this will get between $15 and $18. Then this one also had an excellent sell-through rate. Very pretty, excellent condition. It was not half off. I paid $5.79, but that's okay because the sell-through rate was amazing, and it is the brand Third Love, and I've never actually sold Third Love, but I decided to find it and see that it had a great sell-through rate. This was an amazing find. I found a sold comp for this exact copper, I think it was called like coffee pot or something like that, $4.49, and I found this exact one that sold for like $89. So I was so excited to find this. Another kettle. This is a tea kettle, and it says on the very bottom, Wolfgang Puck 3-quart tea kettle. So it says it right there, so it made it really easy to research sold comps. And it has this neat wooden handle and lid. It is really sticky, so I'm going to have to take it home and clean it, but I think it should sell for about $30, and it only cost $6.49. Found these nice Cole Haan shoes, excellent condition. They're in men's size 9. I paid $10.99, and I think they should sell around $40. Then Clarks. I love selling Clarks. These are really nice. They say that they're leather. They are a size 10 wide, so that's a bonus that it's a wide. I think that helps it sell. They're leather and just really nice condition. Another pair of Cole Haans, and I thought I might keep these for myself if they don't sell. I personally love the brand Cole Haan. They were $7.99. They are a size 7, and I wear a size 6, so I'm not certain that they will fit, but it was worth a try because I liked them so much. And these I will probably keep. These are Brooks Pure Flow, and I love these for running myself. They're very lightweight. They're a good racing shoe. They're not that supportive, but they're lightweight. They are a size 6.5, which usually in running shoes I go up a size, so I wear a 6.5 or a 7 in running shoes, so these should work for me, and they mark them as children's, so only $3.49, so yay, a score for me. Or after trying them on, I could possibly sell them, so we will see on that one. Either way, great value. I love the shoes. I'm keeping them. I've already had 3 great runs in them, but a huge benefit is not only selling the items, but how much you are able to save if you source items for yourself also. I had already put this pair of shoes in my cart to purchase for $149.95. I found that pair of Brooks shoes, loved them, so I am saving, not having to spend $149 on a new pair of shoes. But if I had sold them, I would have listed them for $40 and been willing to accept $32. So I'm going to put that resell value in there just to know how much this haul is worth. Then I got these. I think this was an excellent find. There is a set of 2, and the box I am propping my phone up on in front of the window to be able to film because I didn't bring my ring light with me. But this is the brand. It looks like Natched Man, and the line on the box, I'll pop up a picture of the box, is movie stars. I looked up the brand and looked up sold comps, and oh my gosh, there are some really high sold comps. I didn't find anything for this specific set, but I think I can get at least $50 for this set. They're obviously new, but the box is damaged, so I would put new, old stock, new open box maybe, and I would just say the box is kind of banged up, but they are in perfect condition and they look unused, so I was really excited. I learned a new brand, and some of the colored pieces sell really well if ever you find this brand. I found that with Waterford Crystal also. Some of the colored crystal goes so high, so be on the lookout for colored crystal. Then I found one of my favorite brands lately, and that is Abercrombie. This is Abercrombie Kids, straight slim, size 11/12. They have some distressing, but it's factory produced distressing. There's the tag, and they were half price. They were the pink tag, and so they were $4.30. So I expect to sell these for around $20, and I expect them to sell pretty quickly, and it's perfect right now. I'm trying to get back to school items. Then this, oh no, I didn't notice that. Look at those cuts. Well, how did I miss that? Well, that just took the value down on these. Well, I paid $4.40. These are Lane Bryant, size 18. I love selling plus sizes. It had this pretty floral part on the leg. I think they'll still sell though, but maybe they'll sell for $10 now with that. So I'll just list them, I'll note it, and I will say I'm listing these really low because they have cuts in the waistband, and I bet they will still sell. So I will be sure and let you know what happens on these. Then Under Armour hoodie, those always sell, and this one was $5.79, and I expect to get $15, $18 for this. Then I picked this one up. I didn't have much time. I found this right at the end, but it's Victoria's Secret, a cute little pajama type top, but I didn't recognize this tag, and I thought, whoa, what if that's really old? I'm going to just get this. It is $2.90, so I'll just take a chance because I was out of time, and so who knows, maybe it'll sell for $15 or so, maybe more. So I will have to research that more and find out, and I will price it so that it will sell, and then I will be sure and let you know when it does sell. A nice pair of cachet leather pants. These are vintage, size 4, 100% genuine leather, line, excellent condition, and some of the sold comps are really high on these. I expect to get at least $50. This is one of my favorite brands lately, Talbot's, and this is a pretty kind of a fit and flare style, size 8, great size. It is lined. It was only $4.40. It was a pink tag, so half off, and I expect to get maybe about $25. This one had over a 100% sell-through rate, so I definitely got it. It is Motherhood Maternity Nursing, so it has this opening where you can easily nurse your baby, and so things like this tend to sell very well. Plus it's cute. I like the color and the style, so I paid $8.79, and I expect this to go for $22 to $25. Then this one, I just liked the style. It is, let's see, it is Loft, and it is a size medium, so good size, summer weight, nice and light. It was a pink tag, so it was only $4.40. I don't expect to get a lot for it, maybe $18, but I liked it and I think it will be a good seller. This one I did not look up, but I have had some really good sales. This brand sells for a good amount. R&M Richards, size 6, and I thought it was beautiful. I love this fabric, and so it was $8.79, and hopefully I can get $30 to $40 for it, but I thought it was just so nice, and I think it's going to look beautiful on the mannequin. Then I got another Talbot's dress, and it is black. I love selling black dresses. I think women like little black dresses, size 6 petite. Very well made, very nice fabric. It has this pretty edging, and so I expect this one to go for $25 to $30. Then I picked this one up just because it was a nice black dress, and it was a plus size, size 16. It was Donna Morgan. I've sold Donna Morgan so many times. I paid $4.40, and I think it should go around the $22 to $25 mark. Then this one is J. Crew, and it has this animal print. I always keep a chart to look at to see which type of animal it is. And this is J. Crew, and it looks like it's factory size 4. I found stock photos and other listings that were listed pretty high, like $40, $45. This was the last thing that I picked up. I didn't have a lot of time to research it, but I thought it was $8.79. I know I can make at least $10 to $20 on it, so I thought I would take that home. Then this one, I looked at it. Anything that is heavily embroidered, I always take a look at. I like this olive green color. It was a new brand to me. Here is the tag. It is Andre by unit, size medium, and I paid $5.79. And I think I should be able to sell it for around $25. Then one last thing, I found this jumbo dominoes. This looked kind of vintage to me. And I thought, we don't have dominoes, and I used to love playing dominoes, so I thought I will go ahead and pick them up. I think they will sell, according to sold comps, like $28 with free shipping, and these could probably fit in a flat rate padded envelope. So I think I can easily make $10 or $15 profit off of them because they were $4.49, or we might keep them if I can talk my family into playing dominoes. So that is everything. According to sold comps, I think this haul should sell for $1,267. If I pay a maximum of 20% fees, that means I should receive back in the bank $1,013.60. My cost of goods was $128, which means I have a potential profit of $885.60. I'm so excited. We're about to go back home. I'm going to load this all up now, pick my husband up from his meeting, go home, clean everything, research it, list it. I think this was an amazing haul, and I love San Antonio, and I will be so excited when these items sell and I can share with you how much they sold for, how much profit, how long they took to sell. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it so much. And if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you back. Just hit the subscribe button down below. And if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I release new video. Thank you so much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.